Hello and welcome to the penultimate match of the Northeast Classic. Today we've got Tufts University on the left, squaring off against QC Boston the Massacre on the right. As head referee Jake Hines gets the game underway, Kenzie Teller wins the waffle for the Massacre, who also come away with blood control. Waffle now with Jake Archibald, and there are no beaters back for Tufts. Archibald drives past the point defender, loss of pass up, which is intercepted by Emily Hickmott of Tufts. Tufts beaters come in to clean up, and Tufts come away with the ball. For David Stack, making his way up the field slowly. Michael Sanders with the beat at midfield. Stack drives past him and nails a long shot into the center hoop. That's 10-0 Tufts. QC Boston conceding the first goal of the game, and also bludgeon control. Two male beaters set of Max Havlin and Michael Sanders coming up to contest control. As Jake Archibald drives, and he scores. Great beater pressure by Sanders and Havlin to clear the way for Archibald. He had nothing in the way of his goal. I'm still with blood control though, and now they're bringing the offensive beater without a blooder up on offense. Kind of debates lofting the pass behind hoops, which is picked off by Kenzie Teller. That was a great diving save from Jake Archibald to deny Hickmott the quaffle by the hoops with an ensured goal. Teller now with the quaffle, back to Archibald. Both tough speeders back on the hoops. And that's an easy goal for Jake Archibald, who is completely uncontested up the middle again, as the beers were off in their own world. Havlin and Sanders again creating a lot of offensive pressure that gave open lane to Archibald for the goal. And this time they came away with blood control. Stack really taking his time at midfield. Got a beater in front of him. Kenzie Teller defending the point. And the beaters make their moves. Stack in with a low shot, which is no good. Archibald now with the quaffle. And that one will be no good. Tufts finally stepping up with the bludger to deny Archibald the driving lane. And he sells for a long-range shot that misses. Stop driving past Teller down the right. Also pass behind the hoops, which is easily picked off by Archibald. Archibald with a long pass behind the hoops, missed by his intended target. Tufts still with bludgeon control, running the 1.5 bludger strategy on offense. It's a nice pass from Sanders back to Havlin. And a nice tackle at the point by Kenzie Teller, as Stack is forced to reset the quaffle. Shot is no good, and Teller recovers. The team's really starting to take their time on offense with the beaters out of the play. Havlin covers, and QC Boston slowly make their way up the field now. Having with a couple pump fakes, forces the throwback from the Tufts beater, whose partner creates some good pressure on Archibald, forcing another long pass behind the hoops, which is unsuccessful. Stack now breaking the other way. QC Boston has no bludges back. That's a great beat, just in time by Sanders to deny Stack an easy goal. All fairness to Jake Archibald, who blocked the shot anyway. But these are the risks you take when you bring both beaters so far up on offense, like QC Boston Massacre do. If things don't go your way and you turn the quaffle over, you've got fast break the other way. So long shot is denied by David Stack. Now driving again on no bludgers. Great tackle by Kenzie Teller to deny the drive, but pass just evades Jake Archibald. And that's Emily Hickma, I believe, who scored. Not often you see a goal off a bounce pass like that. And it looks like Teller will be yellow carded retrospectively for his actions in build-up. Looks like his tackle on Stack was no good, but he will not serve any penalty box time as the goal was scored by Tufts. Avalon clearing the point beater. Archibald with a nice block, and there's no one in his way. Drives all the way to the hoops and scores. Tufts beaters really struggling to deal with the offensive pressure of Haviland and Sanders. Stack's shot is caught by, looks like Noah Schwartz, and is blocked at the hoops. That's forcing a quick turnover from QC Boston. And base covering. And the ball is back to the keeper. Just waiting for all players to come back on offense, as referee Hines urges Tufts along. And the shot is blocked by Archibald. QC Boston break the other way. Quick pass out to Teller, who scores. 40-20 Tufts. 40-20 QC Boston. That's a great catch by number 21 on Tufts to take the bludger from Max Haviland and retain control. Tufts finally switching to a mixed gender beater set. And pass towards the hoop is mishandled and recovered by Jake Archibald after some strong beating by Haviland. Archibald beat. Zangi recovered the quaffle for the Massacre. Forced back by Tufts beaters all the way back to Archibald. QC Boston has responded by switching to a mixed gender beater set of their own. Cassie Samuels checking into the game. Pass behind the hoops is no good. Tufts doing a good job cleaning up with the beaters to recover the quaffle. Pass is no good. Falls to another Tufts player, but he was beat before the shot. Zengi's shot on the other end is well over the short hoop, and it will be Tufts quaffle. Stern making his way up the right side of the field. It's met by Sheldon Bostic. Pass is off, but the Tufts keeper was beat before the shot. Tufts still with blood control, and they've had it for a couple minutes now. Allen rectifies that by making a key beat. Another to take out both Tufts beaters. Give Bostic the opportunity to score on the short hoop. Scores now 50-20 PC Boston. And if it continues at this rate, they'll be out of snitch range. Somehow in the aftermath, QC Boston have lost the pleasure control they momentarily held. Now that should make things easier for Tufts, but the pass is mishandled, recovered by Elise Rizio. Allen making good use of his bludger immunity, but he misses with a fantastic jump from the Tufts beater. Tufts come away with the quaffle. It's another wasted possession by Tufts, with Ethan Sturm throwing up a long pass that is intercepted by PC Boston. It's been a theme of this match, especially for the last couple of possessions. As Jake Archibald drives and nails a shot from the edge of the keeper zone into the small hoop. That puts Tufts out of range, and they're going to have to figure something out on offense if they want to claw their way back into this match. They really struggled to penetrate the QC Boston defense, settling for long shots and passes from near midfield. And another turnover gives Bostic a chance to drive, and he is beat at the hoops. Good beat by Samuels. Turned the quaffle over. Another to regain bludger control for QC Boston. Archibald to Bostic. And his pass for Archibald is intercepted. The Tufts possession. So again, quaffle. Pass to Aaron Bates was picked off and rolls behind the hoops for Archibald to recover. At this point, we are almost 15 minutes into the game, and both teams have only made about one line change. Archibald's pass is picked up by Brendan Haley of Tufts. Stern with a long pass behind the hoops, which is again unsuccessful. It was too high to handle. Massacre seemed to be relying heavily on Jake Archibald to lead their offense, and the former Hofstra man has not subbed out of the game so far. This pass is caught, but the shot is no good. Covered by Tufts. Sturm brought down midfield. It looks like QC Boston will come away with the quaffle. It's a good beat by Tufts. Pass by Tufts is yet again unsuccessful, slipping through the hands of the chaser at the end. They've really got to figure out something else on offense, because these passes are not finding their targets in a position where they can really attack the hoops. Levis with her trademark sidearm throw. Just the hoop. Finds a tough defender. That's with a nice bloody deflection. The shot is blocked. It looks like the play will be called back for approach from behind from number 17 on Tufts. Seekers have checked in for the end of the seeker floor, which is imminent. And Tufts just 10 points out of snitch range. This is Boston driving, and that's an easy goal. No budges back for Tufts. Goal scored by Wesley Weiss, a former Emerson player. This is the final of the losers bracket, with both Tufts and QC Boston suffering 30-point losses to NYU to send them here for a chance to play for all the marbles in the championship match coming up. The winner of this match, of course, will advance to play NYU a second time and try to redeem themselves. Shot by Archibald is no good. Tufts break the other way with no bludgers in the way. Quick pass results in a missed shot by Tufts chaser at the end. That's the kind of play that Tufts is going to need to convert on if they want to get back into this match. They haven't had bludgeon control for a while, and they've struggled to create anything in a half-court offense. So when they get out on the break, they need to make sure it counts, especially when there's no bludgers on the other side. That's Havlin creating havoc on the offensive end, winning bludgeon control for his team. Now Archibald's driving. Taken to the ground with a scoop behind the hoops is recovered by QC Boston. But the reset pass to midfield is taken by Tufts. We're now 50 points down. Snitches on the field, and they're going to have to find a way to pick up some points pretty soon. Dick Archibald wins the waffle at the edge of the hard boundary. QC Boston, not known as a strong seeking team, but it's only a matter of time before they end the game if Tufts can't find a way back into the match. Archibald over to the left. Good beat. Allows Tufts to recover from the subsequent pass. It's a good beat, but Clawford is recovered by Tufts. Havlin stopping another Tufts attack. They managed to recover the ball again with a smart reset kick back to the keeper. And that's a fantastic long shot from Tufts to cut the deficit to 40. Only 10 points out of snitch range now. Meanwhile, the Seekers are battling on the far end of the pitch. Tufts obviously trying to block the QC Boston Seeker from any one-on-one time with the snitch. But Jeff Sherman now squaring up. Got David Fox, the Emerson captain, keeper. Very imposing and physically strong snitch. Not going to be an easy grab. Tyler drives through the Tufts defense and scores to restore the 50-point lead. Tufts breaking the other way right off the restart. And the shot is over the hoops. Archibald will recover for QC Boston. Missed beat by Tufts, which allows Archibald to drive right through the defense. That's down. Tufts really struggling to make any sort of stops with their waffle line as soon as their beers are out of the bound defense. If they can't up the physicality, then they're going to need their beers to stay more focused on defense, find a way to deal with the pressure that the QC Boston beaters are bringing. Tufts driving, and the shot is stopped by Archibald. Try with the long pass. His target. Havlin beating players in the offensive keeper zone. Don't see that too often. Tufts comes away with the waffle. And the shot is again picked up by Archibald. Absolute havoc in the offensive zone with all beaters fighting each other. Blood just flying everywhere. Pass over the top. Doesn't find the target. You see Boston seeker Patrick Fusunya now battling with the snitch. As Tufts comes up the field with the waffle. Not only completed the pass, but play is broken up by UC Boston's beaters. Tufts really look out of ideas on the offensive end. 2 of their 3 goals have come from launch outs, and the other one, pinpoint bouncing pass to Emily Hickmott that just evaded Jake Archibald. He's been a monster on defense as well as offense. He's tackled at midfield now, but his beaters bail him out. He's back up on his feet. Archibald deflecting the blood thrown high at his face. And that play will be called dead by Jake Hines, as Archibald was tackled from behind while on the ground. Around the neck as well. That'll be a clear yellow. And a man advantage for KC Boston. Already up 60 points with the snitch on pitch. That's his second yellow, so number 17 will be out of the game, and his substitute will have to spend 2 minutes inside the box regardless of any goal scored by KC Boston. At this point, it's hard to see a way back. Noah Schwartz will occupy the penalty box as his teammates try to claw their way back in the match. That shot by Archibald is called no good. Snitch Fox now handicapped down to 1 arm. Left him to fight off KC Boston Seeker with his stronger right arm. Sturm now with Waffle with a long pass. Gobbled up at the edge of the keeper zone by KC Boston. And that's an easy breakaway goal for a 70-point lead. At this point, it seems only a matter of time, especially with the snitch already handicapped before KC Boston ends the game. It's Captain Kenzie Teller putting on the gold headband for his team. Fed by Greg Bento of Tufts. Storm now at midfield, struggling to get past the QC Boston point defense. Pass for Handley Bates. He evades the beater, gets a pass off, but it's picked up by QC Boston to break the other way. Tackle by Debates is no good. The shot from midfield goes sailing over the hoops. Teller there with a nice dodge, trying to get past Bento. He's eventually sent back to his hoops as Tufts on the attack again with the waffle. One shot finally finds his mark. That's 40 for Tufts and 100 for QC Boston. Still a couple snitch catches away from a tie. Jeff Sherman has come back in at seeker for QC Boston. Archibald puts a long pass over the hoops. It's picked off and taken by Tufts. He's been stopped as David Fox hits the ground. And that's a great tackle by QC Boston. They've really been more physical on defense than Tufts, you gotta say. Several tackles at the point, which has forced Tufts to settle for long, hopeful shots and passes, even when they don't have Bludgers in position to defend. On the other end, Tufts hasn't been able to make any stops on QC Boston's drives. That's really been the difference so far in this match. Tufts speeders have been set and forced QC Boston to settle for longer passing shots. They've been equally unsuccessful. They've just found way too many easy scoring opportunities. As Tufts finally completes a pass and cuts the deficit to 50. Noah Schwartz with a nice goal. Samuels with good beat to help Havlin recover Bludger. Havlin clearing out 3 players in quick succession to help his seeker with a diving chance at the snitch. A little flashy as Sheldon Bostich scores a goal at the other end. Snitch David Fox down to no arms, using his head to fend off the QCB seeker. I have to wonder how much longer Tufts can last. How much longer Fox can last as a snitch with no arms available to him. He's doing a great job so far, with a little help from Bento and the Tufts beaters. They need to find some points. They need to find a way back to this match. It's Boston driving, stop by beat. Serve recovers for Tufts. And the player down for QC Boston. That's seeker Patrick Sunya. Tucked to his feet by assistant referee Pat Sheehy as Archibald takes his place. Perhaps the long arms of Archibald can find a way around that big head of David Fox and finally end the game for QC Boston. A couple of dives are unsuccessful. Just with another long pass. Stopped by beat. And crossfield pass is successful, but the shot is no good. Score remains 50 Tufts, 110 for QC Boston. As Archibald leaps through the air again. He's going to have to be a little more agile than that to catch Fox unaware. Keller now subbing into the seeker position for the Massacre. Tufts with the ball behind the hoops. Easily picked off. Shot is intercepted by Tufts. Schwartz drives. No bludgers in his way. He's wrapped up not once but twice. Spin move to get away. And he scores. It's a strong drive by Noah Schwartz with no bludgers in his way. Finally converting a high percentage chance for Tufts. Might be too little too late there. Still with a 50-point deficit. It looks like he drew a yellow card foul against Sheldon Bostich in the build up to that goal. Bostich carded for an around the neck challenge, according to referee Hines. He served no penalty time as Tufts converted the goal. This beat by Tufts allows Bostich to drive across. He is beat. Now Schwartz driving again with Havlin forcing a long shot. Just no good. Teller is beat as Tufts desperately tries to keep the game alive, giving themselves a chance to get back into it. They only need 2 goals before they can play on the snitch. And Schwartz has provided a spark in the last couple minutes. Schwartz playing Archibald passing easily as QC Boston catch the snitch. Keller finding a way around Fox, and it looks like this snatch will be good. And that's it. QC Boston Massacre recording a 140-60 victory over Tufts. They'll go on to play NYU in the final.